Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about web components, why they're important, what they are, and I'll give a couple examples of real life applications in some pretty big websites for them. So web components are basically pieces of code that allow you to create custom elements in a website. Um, these are reusable and can be placed anywhere in websites or apps as they're needed. And it's important because it allows developers to spend less time coding the same things over and over again. Um, and it overall improves usability and allows for a uniform functionality within the website with all different types of data. So one of the good things about web components is that they're open source and they can be used through any browser. So we have right here we have a list of the browsers, the main browsers, and um, they're able to be used in any of those. So it allows for anyone who wants to use a web component, they can use it and they'll know that it'll be able to be seen and utilized by anyone who visits their website. So we're going to go in and look at some actual examples of web components and what they are and kind of what they look like. And chances are, if you don't know what a web component is, you've probably been in contact one or used one before without even knowing it. So we're going to go over here to YouTube. Um, it's one of the biggest websites in the world, and Google has implemented a number of web components within their different websites. So if we go here, we inspect the elements on the website. It'll bring up this block over here, and under each video we can see that this is a YouTube rich item renderer. So basically what that is for each video, there's going to be different data points and parts of it, but it's going to look uniform throughout the website, and this helps for, like I said, usability and reusability. Um, but yeah, we can just see that all these are web components, and they're all under the same rich item renderer. And now there's different web components for different types of videos, and what I mean like that by that is if you go to an actual YouTube video and you see on the sidebar the suggested, it'll probably have a different web component because it's not the same rich item one. It'll probably be a more dumbed down one. But that's the general gist for YouTube. If we go over to this website, Wayback Machine, obviously they're not set up like YouTube where they have a bunch of thumbnails and user info. But at the top here, we can see that they have a couple of different web components in the header of the website. So the nav search, it's always going to appear at the top of the website. And they made that themselves, and they implement that throughout the website. The login button as well as the media menu. So just things like that to keep developers from not coding the same thing over and over, and just making it overall easier to implement through there. The last one we're going to take a look at is Electronic Arts, and obviously they're a big video game company, and in their main page here we can see all of their featured games, and kind of similar to YouTube, they use elements to display those games, and they're all under EA containers here for each of the different games. And one of the things that I found interesting is that you can go to the bottom here and scroll through this, and you can see all the different type of web components that they use. So obviously we have a game box here, a container, which is the whole thing, and if we keep going, we can see that the box set is even a web component. And these are just a couple of the examples, but really they're used all throughout the web. And like I said, for reusability, it just makes it overall easier to implement those types of things on your websites. So it's really a growing thing, and I think we're going to see a lot more of use of web components as we go into the future. And yeah, that was just a little bit of insight as to what they are and a few quick examples of some big websites and corporations that are implementing those web components.